Welcome back to another week in my life as a second-year vet student. My name is Deacon Lila. I'm a vet student at the Royal Veterinary College. I've got class starting very soon, so I've got to head over there for some lectures. Should be a fun week. I'll be working in the clinic part-time on Wednesday and Saturday as well, so you get to see some clips of me in the clinic. But a lot of lectures, a lot of practicals, even a dissection this week. Let's go to class and get after it.
Be in a tissue that's very good at resisting tension. I can move down back there. Yeah.
I just finished up a locomotor practical and I got a point-to-point next. Good morning and happy Tuesday. I've got a few lectures today and I skipped my 9 a.m. because the lecturer was kind of just talking about his research, and so I didn't want to sit through that. But 2 lectures now on fracture healing from the head of orthopedic surgery, which is a pretty cool lecturer. There we go. I just finished up. We had our lectures on fracture healing, and then the one I missed this morning was on the extracellular matrix. I'm gonna have to watch that recording soon. And then I also had a DL, which is like an in-person thing with your group mates. So it's like 5 or 6 of us, and we talked about fracture healing. So basically looking at radiographs, saying what's the fracture and then what are you going to do about it. I guessed one of them correct. My solution for what I'd do to the bone to get it to heal was the same as they did in the clinical case, and so I was pretty happy with that. Anyway, I'm gonna get home now, probably eat some food, and then I'm gonna go do this boxing session with the fitness club, and that should be pretty fun as well. Good morning and happy Wednesday. Last night I got my workout in at the school doing boxing with the fitness club, and that was pretty fun. Again, my friend hosted, so it's always a good time. And then I had my other friend's birthday party, actually my neighbor's birthday party. I was downstairs in the building I live in, and that was pretty fun as well. But now I've got to go to work, so I've got work starting at 8:30, and it's just before 8 right now. I've got to book it over there, get to the clinic, and then I'll be working some reception and doing some tech stuff in the back. So should be a pretty fun day. Hopefully there's not anything too crazy, but also I do want to have some more handling and like actual, hands-on work to do aside from just doing a lot of reception work. So let me get to work and then I'll see how it goes. You're coming with me, hold on, let's go. Look at this here. We have a PCV, 41%. So that's really good because this dog had IMHA. And boom, whoa, look over here. We've got a bunch of bloods here. We've got this sponge sample here. There's a whole lot of stuff going on in the clinic this morning. And boom, now it's me. I'm in the clinic Wednesday morning. Did the boxing last night, as I told you. Had my friend's party, got here early. I've been doing a whole bunch of bloods. Annoyingly, one of the bloods came in. One of the markers, GGT, was really elevated. GGT alone is not diagnostic, so we would have wanted the ALT. Also, machine error happened, so we didn't get the ALT. So right now, I'm trying to salvage it. It's just me and the vet today, so kind of just been handling stuff in the back. Did a cystocentesis on a cat, so I restrained for that. Blood draw on a cat, blood draw on a dog. All of it was pretty fine, so been pretty good today. I'm gonna see how it goes. So late right now. It's about to be midnight. I got my computer here and I'm watching the lectures that I missed this morning on the hind limb because we have a hind limb dissection tomorrow morning. Right now I'm doing my laundry downstairs. I got a little bit of time left on the drying. It gives me time to watch these lectures and digest my dinner. I was gonna film a lot more at work, but I had to lock in and do a bunch of stuff. I just kept getting calls, which I'm on reception, so like whatever, I was getting phone calls. Regardless, after the morning, I didn't really have to handle much. There wasn't any bloods drawn or anything. And I found out that I didn't screw up the serum sample. I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to probably get some more blood because we didn't have that much serum, but we'll do it again. And it wasn't my fault, so I'm happy with that. I at least didn't screw up the bloods. I'm pretty tired, as you can tell, so I'm going to finish watching this video on the hind limb. Gotta lock in and then get to bed as early as I can. Peace. I did my dissection. It was good. I went home. I took a nap. Now I'm catching up on my lectures, so I'll be here for another hour and a half on my computer, lying in bed. Normally I'd be in a more focused environment to do work or catch up on lectures, but I just can't be bothered to. Good Good morning, happy Friday, last day of the week. I have a couple lectures and then a point-to-point, so that's why I need my lab coat here. The point-to-point is basically like a bunch of anatomical specimens are laid out and we go around answering questions about them. Last night I was watching those lectures, I did some chores, I hung around, but yeah, there wasn't too much for me to film because I just didn't do that much. Just went to uni, did my dissection, came back, caught up on lectures, all that sort of thing. I've got to get into uni right now. I've got a lecture starting in 10 minutes, so I pretty much have to leave right now. But I'll see you there, and I'll try to film some more today. Knowledge display, bro.
You got it.
Hey.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Oh my god! What was that?
I have a practical right now, and I'm late, so I know my professor is gonna get mad at me, but I'll be getting there before they get too mad at me. Finished up my point-to-point now. I'm in here in the activities room, watching my friends play some ping pong, you know, so here we go. They got their final point here. We were running some doubles earlier, now we're just gonna run some singles. Okay, I'm in for work right now at the vet clinic as receptionist slash nurse. Right now my job is to get the serum from these two clotted samples into this one, and then I'm gonna send this off to the lab for testing the TLI, folate, and cobalamin. So let's get this sample done. So what's the situation? No collar or anything? I mean, how big is this dog? Best thing to do is probably look for a microchip. I mean, I imagine you don't have a microchip scanner on you. Come to us and we'll scan the microchip, but to be honest, you can pretty much go to any nearby vet hospital. Well, we just ended the day in a pretty sad way with the euthanasia of a cat. I watched this cat deteriorate over the last month and a half. It would come in every Saturday for an injection, and every Saturday it would lose a bunch of weight, and it didn't stop. And we're pretty sure this thing had lymphoma, so it was euthanized today. Not the greatest way to end the day, but yeah, I'm gonna clean the clinic up and then we'll talk about the week. I'm back in the clinic now. It's Sunday morning, it's about to be noon. I took the keys home with me, and I also forgot to call the people for Monday to check the procedures, which was pretty dumb because there was a lot of time in the day, like an hour-ish, that I wasn't actually doing much. So I could have sorted that all then, and I'll have to come back here in the morning, but whatever, I got my cardio in, cycling here and back, I guess. Yeah, honestly, it was a pretty sad way to end the day. That's the first euthanasia that we sort of had where I actually sort of knew the cat and the owners. You know, I can hear this stuff going on through the wall of the consult room, and you know, when I heard, okay, they had the quality of life discussion and we're gonna go put the cat down, I was pretty sad myself, to be honest. It's not even my cat, and I've seen it, once a week for the past month. But it's just pretty sad. I definitely think it was a timely sort of reminder about what field I'm going into, because usually when I'm on the reception or doing the nurse tech stuff, I'm not really involved too much with the real harder emotional stuff that the veterinarians are dealing with. You know, sometimes there'll be like client aggression or whatever, but that's a lot different to being the one trying to recommend a treatment plan for the animal and just seeing it, you know, go downhill, no matter what you do. There was a pet that came in that over the Christmas break, we were hospitalizing a couple times for hemorrhagic gastroenteritis. Really lovely owners, nice dog, and I saw the other day it was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Coming to check on it and seeing that it's made a mess again, right? I mean, as much as that sort of gets you angry, it does get you a bit more attached to the dog, right? Because you're just kind of checking in on it all the time, and to, you know, check the file and see, oh, yep, they're diagnosed the brain tumor on MRI is just, you know, pretty tough. I tried to film some more this week and I didn't really get to. Sometimes it's just like that. I was pretty tired this week. The last few days I slept a ton and still didn't really feel rested when I woke up. Hopefully have a lighter week this week. There's only a couple lectures tomorrow and it's in the afternoon, so I'll probably use the morning for something. It's just really tiring, to be honest. I mean, it's been good so far, but to sort of be able to manage everything, especially with the deadline for the research project coming up, it just puts a lot more work on my plate, and I'm not been able to really study. It should be fine because we don't have a test this term. of a test in the finals, but from my own standards and, you know, just what a good routine is, it's probably not a good place to be, especially having not studied in like maybe 2 weeks. I honestly can't even say that I've been like too busy. It's just been kind of unproductive. I'll get back onto it this week, and then I'll have the next week to do a bunch of studying too and sort of get back into it. That's just how it is. That's how the week's been. Couldn't really film too much. Been pretty busy, mostly just me talking, but I do film every single week of my life in vet school. I have a lot of videos with a whole lot of more clips and, you know, like B-roll and cinematography sort of stuff like that all over the channel. So go check that out. Otherwise, I'll see you again next week. I'm gonna end the vlog here so I can just like finish up my day. Again, my name is Deacon Lila. I'm a second-year vet student studying at the Royal Veterinary College. I'll see you again next week for another week in my life in vet school. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. See you next time. Peace.